Yeah, we set records all across the Tampa Bay area from Helene, and I think that was another factor that went into how much this surprised a lot of people. I can tell you my parents, for example, they've lived here their entire lives. And this is the worst they've ever seen, by feet for a lot of these areas here, setting the record at Clearwater Beach with 6.67 feet of surge. The previous record was just about 4 feet, so over 2.5 feet higher than the previous highest record. Same idea over in East Tampa Bay, as well as Port Manatee, happened in Old Port Tampa, St. Petersburg, and in Cedar Key as well. And that, again, is why Helene has had such a major impact here on the Tampa Bay area. Now, we're keeping our eyes on the tropics for a couple areas of potential development. One of them over by the coast of Africa. That is the one that's most likely to become our next named storm. That next name on the list would be Leslie. We had Kirk named earlier today. That's that little symbol right there that's going to be strengthening possibly into a major hurricane, but recurving back out into the Atlantic Basin. We're saying goodbye to Isaac up there at the top of your screen, and Joyce is still barely hanging on. But I know what y'all want to know about is this one right back here closer to home. This is not even an area of invest at this point from the National Hurricane Center, and the chances of development over the next 7 days have actually come down by 10% from earlier this morning. And what that tells us is that the models are less confident in how organized that system is going to be able to become. So regardless of what you've seen floating around on the internet, the forecast does not show this system quickly turning into another Helene. Now, that's not to say that this is not going to develop. It could become a named storm down the road. It's just not something that's going to be happening imminently. So let's kind of follow that system through the future. It looks like it's going to be moving into the Gulf of Mexico through Friday. So we've got some time here. That's the main thing I want to give you a little bit of peace here. We've got some time to watch the system. Once it gets into the Gulf, it might be in a slightly more favorable environment by the later parts of this week and through the weekend. Heavy rain is expected as that system then drifts back to the east. But remember, the farther we go into the future, the less confident we are with how things could possibly go. But what I wanted to show you was basically that we are not imminently expecting another Helene to develop, despite what you're probably seeing floating around on social media. Our forecast here looks warm and humid through at least Thursday, with chances of scattered showers and storms each day. And then as we go through the weekend and into the early parts of next week, our temperatures come down just a little bit, but we keep those rain chances around by keeping our eyes on that tropical system that's currently in the Western Caribbean.